Good day, everyone. So, we are about to discuss the Module 8. So, I am Hanali Maktal, and then I'm going to introduce to you the characteristics of learners with specific learning disabilities. So, before we begin, let's unlock some words that may not mostly familiar with you. So, first, we will going to discuss the dyscalculia. So from the word calculia, so it is a specific learning problem that impairs an individual's processing of numbers and the acquisitions of mathematical knowledge. So sa madaling salita, ang tao na merong dyscalculia, sila po yung hirap umintindi ng mga numbers. Sa itsura ng number, and then specifically sa pag-encounter ng mga problems, problem solving, addressing the complex mathematical problems. From the word dyscalculia, so sila po yung hirap sa mga numbers. Next, we have the dysgraphia. So, it is a specific learning disorder that affects the ability of a person write properly and manipulate small objects with precision. So, sa madaling salita, ang taong may dysgraphia, sila naman po yung hirap sa mga pag-encounter ng difficulties, especially sa um, familiarize ng mga itsura ng mga letter. Like for example, hirap silang tukuyan kung ano nga ba ang letter A, pagkakaiba ng letter A sa letter B, yun. So, sila po yung dysgraphia, yung mga taong merong disorder na ganito. Next is we have dyslexia. So dyslexia is a particular learning disability that impairs the ability to read and comprehend language-based information. So kung sa dysgraphia, sila yung hirap sa pag-familiar ng mga itsura ng mga words, kay dyslexia naman, sila po yung hirap mag-comprehend ng mga language-based information. Like for example, dito, makikita natin yung mga difficulties such as decoding, identifying, and spelling words. So, sa madaling salita, pag-comprehend sa dyslexia. So, okay now, so let's proceed from the specific learning disability. So, this learning disability is a disorder in one or more of the basic psychological process involved in understanding or in using languages, spoken or written, that may manifest itself in the imperfect ability to listen, think, speak, read, write, spell, or do mathematical calculation. So, specifically, this learning disability does not include learning problems that are primarily the result of visual, hearing, motor disabilities. So, sa madaling salita, ang learning disability, ano siya, affected area nito is yung brain because ang taong may SLD is a someone's brain learns differently. So, iba yung way ng pag-view or iba yung way nila ng pag-intindi sa bagay. So, meaning, meron talagang disability or barriers sa pag-isip na ang taong may learning disability. Unlike sa mga taong normally na kung paano nila binu-view yung isang bagay. So, for example, this one. So, yan, hirap sila sa pag-interpret, pag-spelling, pag-solve ng mga problem. So, dun nga papasok si dyslexia na affected niya is reading, si dysgraphia, affected naman niya is yung writing, and then si dyscalculia is from the math or sa na mga numbers. So, learning disability, LD, or specific learning disability or SLD is an umbrella term used for various types of neurological disorder of a person in the different learning areas such as reading, mathematics, and writing. So, yun nga, from the various types of neurological, so sa brain talaga yung parang pinaka lack of access or something like that, na lack of no, it's an impact on someone's processing some information and data sa kanilang mag-iisip. So the definition clearly stipulates that learning problems caused by other impairments to an individual, such as visual, hearing, and motor disabilities, are not considered SLD. So like for example, this one, Daisy wasn't able to write a reflective essay on an assigned article because of her visual problem. Hence, her low performances in the essay is not a learning problem caused by rewiring of the brain but because of her vision. So, sa madaling salita, yung pag-visualize niya sa reflective essay, yun yung nagkakos kung bakit by the brain, yun. Yun yung nagkakos para maging low yung kung bakit naging low yung performance niya sa essay. So, para mas maintindihan pa natin, so, yun. Furthermore, learning problems caused by persons' intellectual disability, emotional disturbances, environmental factor, or socioeconomic factors are also not considered ASLD. So, hindi nagko-cost ng pagiging SLD ng isang tao yung environmental factor. This one. Group of students who belong to a low socioeconomic class are identified B. Performing poorly in academics compared to those who belongs to the middle class. Again, in order to qualify for SLD, the cause of the group performing poorly must be rooted on a neurological disorder that affects the brain and not because of them having a lesser access to technology to use in their assignment. Again, sa grupo na to, ang main cause sa SLD na nakikita dito is ang kanilang poorly neurological disorder na nag-affect sa brain nila at hindi yung ang pagiging lack nila sa pag-access ng technology. So, sa pagiging lack of access sa technology, yun yung physical. But in terms of brain, yun yung poor neurological na pag-intindi nila sa class na kung ano man yung pina-perform nila compare sa middle class. So most parents, teachers, and caregivers misunderstood the performance of a child with SLD. They often think about them as underachievers, lazy, or dumb because they cannot understand a single sentence in the story or fail to do simple math operation and scribble a lot instead of writing the right words. So, this is because SLD is a type of disability that is unobservable and requires an understanding of the regions of the brain. So, yun, mostly talaga itong SLD is, yun, tinatawag siyang hidden handicap kasi hindi talaga siya madaling mahalata sa isang taong may SLD. So, probably, akala siguro normal lang yon na symptoms or something na pinakikita na baka tamad nga lang siya mag-aral dahil hindi niya naiintindihan yung mga pinag-aaralan pero meron na pala siyang SLD. So, yun nga, parang yung kanina sa grupo ng mga students, so akala nila wala lang silang kakayahan na intindihin yung mga bagay-bagay kasi kulang sila sa kagamitan, pero hindi. Nanggagaling talaga siya sa inner or sa brain, sa pag-function ng brain, or sa pag-view ng isang tao sa isang bagay. So we have 5 types of Learning Disabilities Association of America. So, ayun nga, na-identify natin. So, we have dyslexia. Yun nga po yung disability ng unable to ability to read or comprehend language-based information. So, yun nga, sa pag-read or pag-comprehend ng mga bagay-bagay. Next is dysgraphia. Ito naman yung learning disorders that affects the ability of a person to write properly and manipulate a small object with precision. So, dysgraphia, dito yung pag-write nila. And I will be, for example, sa pag-familiarize ng mga letters, ganun, kung barriers nila sa pagsulat or sa familiarize ng mga words. Next is the dyscalculia. Yan. And then, ito yung problem na makikita natin sa individual na medyo hirap sila sa pag-process ng mga numbers and mathematical knowledge, problem solving. Yan. 4. The oral written language disorder and specific reading comprehension deficit. So, ito naman yung learning disability na medyo hirap yung tao sa pag-comprehend of written or spoken language. Yan, from the oral and written language. Ayan, next is the non-verbal learning disability. So, ito naman yung type ng disability na kung saan yung mga tao ay nagdi-difficulty sila in terms of mga non-verbal signals, such as yun nga, facial expression, body languages, hand signal, na dinedemonstrate sa kanila. Talagang hindi nila maintindihan yung mga signs na yon. So, non-verbal. Nag-involve siya ng mga non-verbal actions pero hindi pa rin nila maintindihan. So, yun yung may mga SLD sa mga non-verbal. So, eto naman, punta naman tayo sa mga recent causes or recent findings in research that reveals the number of causes of SLD. So, one, there is a strong familial factor, hence a learner who is diagnosed. So, talagang matindi or mahahalata mo talaga sa isang learner na diagnose siya na meron siyang SLD. So, number two, as an SLD may develop specifically during critical stages of pregnancy or with SLD may have inherited the disability from his or her parents. So, ang SLD ay dinadevelop minsan during the critical stage of the pregnancy or minsan through genes or genetic inherited. Yun nga, nakukuha niya sa mother or father niya, sa parents niya. Next, during the prenatal stage, if the pregnant mother is exposed to or use toxic chemicals such as cigarettes, smoke, drugs, or alcohol, this may lead to the fetus being harmed and eventually may develop SLD. So, yun, ang SLD ay nakukuha kapag, yun nga, sa prenatal stage, kapag yung kanyang mother ay naninigarilyo. So, due to exposure of the toxic chemicals, most probably, ang maapektuhan dun yung fetus and then yun, magkakaroon ng outcome na makakuha ng SLD yung bata or yung baby. Number 4, the postnatal or postnatal of birth trauma, such as high or sustained fever, head trauma, or near drowning may cause learning disabilities. So, makukuha din to kapag talagang in terms of SLD, sa brain area talaga siya. So, maapektuhan yung pag-iisip ng bata, medyo magiging slower yung pag-process niya or sometimes hindi na nga magiging familiar. So, yun. Like, fever, yun. Nakukuha din siya dun. Number 5, during toddler years, exposure to toxic chemicals such as aluminum, arsenic, mercury, and other neurotoxins has been linked to a specific learning disabilities. So, sa madaling salita, talagang nakakaroon or nagka-cost ng SLD sa isang tao ay yung pag-expose niya sa mga toxic chemicals. And then lastly, having a poor diet and severe malnutrition can also lead to the damage of intersensory abilities, which causes poor biochemical function in the brain. Having a poor diet. So, yun nga, kapag hindi natin nakukuha yung mga vitamins or nutrition na kailangan natin, also, magli-lead din siya to SLD kasi nga, naglalak tayo ng nutrients sa brain kasi kailangan talaga malusog yung brain natin lahat kompleto sa kung ano man. So, if ever man na yun, poor diet tayo, hindi maganda yung kalusugan natin, madadamage talaga yung brain natin. And then, yun nga, isa siya sa magkakos ng SLD sa tao. And in terms of that, kailangan nating alagaan yung sarili natin. So now, that is why specific learning disability is a common disability in terms of the children that we need to understand because sometimes we didn't know na SLD na pala yung meron sa bata at nagkakaroon lang tayo ng misinterpretation sa kakayahan nila.